Thursday. I'm Tom Llamas. Tonight and always, we're here for you. Good night.
KUAM TV8, home of the Milan Cortina Olympics. Coverage begins February 6th, 2026. KUAM News headlines are presented by Calvo's Insurance, protecting Micronesia for 85 years. Matson and the Adai Itano program. Apply at matson.com and McDonald's of Guam. I'm loving it.
On KUAM News Primetime.
A local think tank says Guam is being treated as a petri dish for the missile defense system. I'm Mitsuki Hirayama with the story as the military moves forward with a decision on this project despite some major concerns from the community.
The body of Robert Rebels was found in Jigo a year ago, and now a year later, the Guam Police Department is asking for the public's assistance. I'm Jonathan Charfris with the details coming up.
The Guam Legal Services Corporation Disability Law Center braces for potential funding cuts amid federal shifts. More coming up tonight.
Hafide and good evening. Welcome to KUAM News Primetime. I'm Destiny Cruz-Lingus. Thanks for ending your day with us. The Missile Defense Agency and the U.S. Army are moving forward to build an enhanced integrated air and missile defense system on Guam, despite concerns about its impacts to the community. A local think tank warns, quote, Guam is being treated like a petri dish as the military looks to quickly begin site preparation before the year's end. Mitsuki Hirayama reports.
The plan to build an estimated $8 billion missile defense system on Guam is moving forward at, quote, breakneck speed, according to Pacific Center for Island Security Chairman Dr. Robert Underwood.
Guam is being treated like a petri dish. You know, if you can remember back to doing a little bit of experiments in biology and in science, Guam is treated like a petri dish for this enhanced integrated air missile defense system. And you could tell immediately they're announcing all the bids, all the bids that have come out this week, over $15 billion worth. And then, of course, in addition to that, there's a number of provisions that are coming out in Congress, both in the House and Senate Armed Services Committees and appropriations measures that will spend a lot of money on Guam for all the projects that they're involved with, except the projects that I think the people of Guam are very, very interested in.
The Missile Defense Agency released a record of decision earlier this week. The system is expected to be constructed across 16 military sites to defend the island from evolving regional threats. But the Guam think tank is concerned the project is proceeding without a concrete plan to address major concerns from the community, like the housing crisis or a need for a civilian shelter.
The question is that at what point does a community make real impact into this process? Almost everybody on Guam is concerned about housing and about shelters. And the Department of Defense, now rechristened the Department of War, is not interested in anything related to peace or security. They're simply related to preparation for war.
Governor Lou Leon Guerrero is also dissatisfied, saying, quote, we are taking the MDA's record of decision very seriously. That said, I am not satisfied that the cumulative impacts that we have identified and provided to MDA during the environmental impact statement commenting period have been addressed. She also disagrees with the decision not to convene an economic adjustment committee, which she says would ensure communities like Guam are not left to shoulder the burden of national defense missions alone. According to the EIS, about 1,000 military personnel and 1,300 dependents are expected to relocate to Guam in phases for the 10-year project. The project would also require 400 construction workers annually, with about 60% of them expected to be migrant workers that would need housing outside the fence.
The housing issues are absolutely critical for not just the security of the island, but for the prosperity, for the sense of security that people have, that they can own a home, that they can rent a home. What is the greatest insecurity that anyone can have? I don't think if you walked around and asked people what is their greatest sense of insecurity, it would be about Chinese attack. I think the greatest sense of insecurity is about security of their lives as families on a day-to-day basis.
Underwood notes Guam's housing crisis is not unknown to military officials or to Congress. A mandated independent report was commissioned from the MIT Lincoln Laboratory, but the report has yet to be disclosed to the public.
People need to know what they know about our housing situation and whether they are seriously studying it or not. And more importantly, are they taking any ameliorative measures in order to give people on this island a sense of security about their future, a real sense of security?
Another major area of concern, the ROD acknowledges, quote, major long-term and significant environmental impacts, such as the, quote, removal of 235 acres of limestone forest habitat across 9 sites, which houses Guam's native species. It states 5,459 of the protected fadang will be removed, with significant impacts to the threatened fanihi, or Mariana fruit bat.
It's important to note there's a word that they use a lot, which says mitigation. How do you mitigate the destruction of a limestone forest? Are you going to create a new limestone forest? How do you mitigate the destruction of a reef? And how do you mitigate the destruction of endangered species? This plan will end the fanihi once and for all here in Guam.
So now that they've already decided to move forward with this plan to construct the missile defense, what agency does Guam have to make sure that the DoD takes responsibility for this, for the impacts?
Well, I think that responsibility falls on the entire political leadership of Guam. It falls on the governor's office, it falls on the delegate's office, and it falls on the Guam legislature. And not just ask for it, but to absolutely put their foot down and say, we can't cooperate with you anymore. We can't collaborate with you unless these issues are addressed.
Meantime, the governor says, quote, Guam's security and the safety of our people remain our highest priorities, and we are committed to ensuring that this project also reflects the well-being of our island community. Mitsuki Hirayama, KUAM News.
Thanks, Suki. In other news, 1 year ago, a Jigo neighborhood was rocked by a gruesome discovery. Today, Guam police are still searching for answers in the death of Robert Isaac Revels, and they're turning to the community for help. Jonah Ginchar has more.
1 year after a Jigo man was found dead, his case remains unsolved. But his death has had a ripple effect, even derailing a high-profile murder trial in Guam. On September 11th of last year, just after dawn, Guam police officers responded to a call in Jigo. Inside a home, they found the body of Robert Isaac Revels.
It's kind of scary that it happened 150 feet from my house.
An autopsy determined Revels died from blunt force trauma to the head and neck. Detectives with GPD's case. His death shocked residents along Chalandoni. Some said they saw heavy foot traffic in and out of the home, others kept to themselves. But Revels' death has also directly impacted the prosecution of another case. He was a central witness in the 2022 murder case against Manny Sablan Murciano Jr., accused of killing, dismembering, and burning the body of Stevie Alvarez Villanueva. Revels had been charged with helping to cover up the crime. His testimony was considered crucial, but with his death and 2 other key witnesses unavailable, prosecutors this week moved to dismiss the case against Murciano without prejudice. That means the case can be refiled if new evidence or witnesses come forward. Meanwhile, the investigation into Revels' own death continues. GPD is renewing its call for the public's help. If you know anything, contact GPD Dispatch at 671-475-8615 through 8617 or submit an anonymous tip at guam.crimestoppersweb.com. For now, Revels' killing remains an open case, and for both his family and for prosecutors seeking justice in another murder trial, answers are still out of reach. Again, if you have any information that could help solve Revels' death, you can call GPD Dispatch or submit a tip through Guam Crime Stoppers. Jonah Ginchar, KUAM News.
A local YouTube creator is sentenced to 2 years of probation, including 2 months of home confinement for illegally filming Marine Corps Base Camp Laws with a drone. Billy C. Cruz, known to his 9,000 subscribers as Benny of channel Planet Guam, pleaded guilty to violating national airspace after posting aerial video of the base. The clip amassed about 12,000 views before being removed. District Court Chief Judge Francis Tidinko Gatewood called the crime serious, but noted Cruz's channel is also highlighting homelessness and community stories. His attorney argued Cruz has turned his life around after serving decades in prison for a 1995 manslaughter conviction. Prosecutors pushed for home detention, saying posting military footage could aid adversaries. The judge agreed imposing electronic monitoring, but allowing Cruz to continue producing content so long as he works with his probation officer. Cruz apologized in court, promising never to film military installations again. And when the judge wished him well with his channel, Cruz had one final request, quote, "Please subscribe." Well, the Guam Legal Services Corporation Disability Law Center is bracing for potential budget cuts as federal changes raise concerns about future funding. While nothing is set in stone, KUAM speaking with the GLS-CDLC's executive director to learn how the organization is preparing for possible impacts.
Quote, "The big beautiful budget bill wasn't so beautiful for anyone with a disability." That's how attorney Daniel Summerfleck, executive director of the Guam Legal Services Corporation Disability Law Center, described recent federal budget talks during a Guam Developmental Disabilities Council meeting. He later expanded on those concerns in an interview with KUAM.
The president came out with his big, beautiful budget bill, and inside of that bill was a cut. One program was cut 66%. Couple programs were eliminated, and then that was after the president's big, beautiful budget bill, and the Senate refunded us, at least in theory, and then it went to the House, and the House has put back our funding. Now, there's no bill that any of this is in.
That uncertainty, Summerfleck says, has been the most distressing and confusing part, making steps forward more difficult to map out.
For lack of a better way of saying it, until they come out like the House just did and the Senate did, some written statement, we don't know that we're safe. And then we go through the reconciliation process, and who knows what's going to happen.
Unknown whether we're being cut or not going to be cut. But we've been instructed by defense, at least with one program, to budget at 33% of our current funding amount. So we are cutting programs. I mean, there's no other way to put this. At one point, it looked like that we would lose all of our funding for CARE, which is protection and advocacy for individual rights. It's one of our programs that is more open to persons with disabilities than our other programs, which are very much spotted. That was actually completely cut. Now we're told we're back into the funding loop at 2025 budgeting amounts. All this may sound somewhat confusing, because honestly, it's been very confusing for me.
At its core, GLS-CDLC's mission is to promote, educate, and advocate for equal rights and access to justice for underserved communities.
We're doing our public input session next Thursday where we present our goals and objectives to the consumers, to the community. And inside of our goals and objectives, we put a clause in there that these goals are all dependent. And, you know, in some of them, we've eliminated goals where there is no where they told us we need to budget based on 33%. And that's basically what the agencies, one of the federal agencies is telling us now. You see some sections that I read it out because we don't have funding for it. You know, if I'm looking at a 33% cut, my first priority is abuse and neglect, making sure people with disabilities aren't being abused and neglected. And then it goes down from there, you know. So there are priorities that we've put in red at this point saying, based on our funding, we may not be able to do this.
Some reflect adding Guam's delegate has been supportive amid the uncertainty. And while he braces for any possible impact, he still encourages island residents with disabilities to continue to reach out if they are in need of services.
And right now, we're still here. Anyone's having issues with regard to being treated poorly because they're a person with a disability, don't hesitate to contact us. Even if we get hit, we should still be around here in some capacity.
As for staff, the executive director says they're kept in the loop, regularly updated as new information comes in.
The Guam Economic Development Authority, in partnership with Moylan's Insurance Underwriters, is rolling out a new program to give small and emerging contractors the backing they need to compete for bigger projects. The Bond Assistance Program provides qualified businesses with access to bid, payment, and performance bonds, often a major hurdle for local contractors. With GIDA guaranteeing up to 30% of a contract, the initiative is designed to open more doors, strengthen Guam's workforce, and keep project dollars circulating in the island's economy. Governor Leon Guerrero says more businesses in construction means more jobs for local residents, while Lieutenant Governor Josh Tenorio calls the program another example of the good that can happen when Adelup, Washington, and private industry come together. Interested contractors can apply by visiting investguam.com or contacting GIDA directly. Time for a quick break. You're watching KUAM.
Half a Day Fresco Fridays on KUAM News. Presented by Fresco Clothing, original custom design apparel of Guam and the Marianas. Located in Hagåtña, just across from the Gatti Shopping Center.
Get ready, Guam. Kmart's turning the big 3-0, and this anniversary celebration is bigger than ever. Free prizes, big raffles, hot deals, oh, the party's everywhere at Kmart. From pantry staples to daily essentials, save big with new low prices. And with surprises popping up throughout the store, there's always something to make you say, oh! Kmart Guam, celebrating 30 years with savings, surprises, and fun for everyone. Oh, it's on, Guam.
Win one championship, you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
Don't need a work break, keep the smile on your face. The moments you can't replace, and I'll be around. You can count on me. You can count on me for life.
Wherever life takes you, we're always here for you. Calvo's Insurance. Count on us for life.
Welcome back to Primetime. Vigils were held in Arizona to remember the life and legacy of Charlie Kirk on Wednesday.
For me, it's important to pay respects to a guy who's given so much to our country.
Outside of Turning Point's Phoenix headquarters, a memorial grows for the conservative organization's CEO and co-founder, Charlie Kirk.
He would literally sit there, give you time to prove your point, and he would obviously rebuttal if he disagreed with it, but he would give you the platform to do so.
From the moment news broke of his assassination,
he's always done a lot for us, our community, and he was a very kind man.
Arizonans arrived in droves, paying their respects to a man who inspired a movement.
I'm just humbled by his family. I'm humbled by him and the way he chose to live his life.
From presidential rallies to political conferences, recalling the times they heard Kirk speak.
At that time, I didn't really know who he was, but that speech just fired me up. And right away, I was like, this guy is special.
It shouldn't have happened.
Ralph Andrade is an immigrant from India and father of two, here to remember a fellow father of two whose life was cut short.
People think it's awkward that I'm an immigrant and have these views, but I want to freely express those views without being being killed or shot at.
Nicholas and Anders are freshmen at ASU.
He showed us a way in many ways of how to be ourselves.
Who were hoping to one day see Kirk on their campus.
I just signed up to volunteer to try and bring Charlie out and do whatever work I could. I wanted to do something that I thought would matter. I didn't get the chance.
Kirk supporters heartbroken to have lost this political powerhouse who called Arizona home.
We were stunned, we were shocked, and this nation certainly needs to do better.
Social media videos are helping to piece together ICE activities in the wake of Operation Midway Blitz taking place across Illinois.
This newly obtained video reportedly shows ICE agents apprehending a man in Cicero Tuesday morning. His family identified him as Christian Alejandro Lopez Cervantes. Court records show he does have a pending battery charge and was expected in court this week. It is one of the latest encounters involving ICE on the southwest side of Chicago.
So we prevented a raid from happening.
On Monday, Miguel Amarea says he was in his Westlawn home near 61st and Kildare when he heard a warning from a small group gathered outside that ICE agents may be in the area.
There was a group of people that were announcing that ICE police was parked literally on the corner where that black truck was. So we came
telling people to stay in their homes and stuff?
Yeah, that's exactly what they were telling them.
Yeah.
Just to don't open the door, keep the doors locked.
Officers, what are your names and badge numbers?
Miguel says a group gathered around agents when one person began to record the activity. Video obtained by our partners at Telemundo Chicago show a man being apprehended by Chicago police for reportedly obstructing traffic while he was trying to record video of the ICE agents. According to witnesses and records the man provided himself. Our video shows a crowd and police gathered in the area, but so far ICE has not responded to our questions about this incident, nor have they provided answers on how many people have been detained or arrested since Operation Midway Blitz officially began on Monday. So far, the Department of Homeland Security has provided video showing the arrest of one man Sunday they say is an undocumented immigrant from Mexico wanted on a sexual assault charge, but we have not been able to verify that one way or the other.
Do you feel like there's an overall increased sense of concern or trepidation because of the fact that there's this ICE activity?
Yes, of course there is, of course there is, but I'm second generation American. My son is third generation American. So we personally have nothing to worry about. We're here to support the people.
During an appearance on MSNBC's Morning Joe, Trump border czar Tom Homan defended the efforts and criticized so-called sanctuary cities for not providing access to jails.
When you go into community find, it puts ICE officers at greater risk. It puts the community at greater risk. It puts the alien at greater risk because anything can happen on a street arrest. This is what we're trying to do. We're trying to prioritize public safety threats.
And on Wednesday, volunteers prepped for millions of meals for fellow New Yorkers on the 24th anniversary of 9/11. After nearly a quarter century after the September 11th terror attacks, families are still grieving, healing, and telling the story of the lives that were lost.
The seeds of hope, unity, and good deeds nourishing the souls of thousands aboard the Intrepid Museum Wednesday. Every pour of rice and grain serving as the heartbeat to the palpable energy in the room.
It's pretty amazing. Just when you kind of lose faith in humanity.
All of this a part of the 9/11 Day of Service and Remembrance, a day co-founder David Payne came up with to honor people like late volunteer firefighter Glenn Winnick, with a showing of the same solidarity and will to give that overcame New Yorkers and Americans as a whole on September 11, 2001, and the days that followed.
There's no expiration date on goodness. You know, it's something that lives in us every minute of every second of every day.
There are 6,800 volunteers here helping to pack more than 2 million non-perishable meals for folks who are at risk of hunger.
I think we're up for the challenge.
James Lynch is digging deep to honor the nearly 3,000 lives lost that day, including his father, Robert, a property manager at the World Trade Center who perished. Lynch telling News 4, giving back in a way like this embodies what his father was all about.
If he were to, survive the day, I think that he would be here giving back. And I think that we can do no more to honor his memory than to be here volunteering and giving our time.
24 years later, the heaviness of 9/11 continues to weigh on this city and country. But with every smile and box filled, it's a symbol of hope that all those lives lost won't be in vain.
This is the least I can do.
There are candles, Byzantine art found in every Greek Orthodox church. But look closer and you see this church is unlike any other.
The iconography here is what gives the building its life, its flesh and bones.
3 icons depict the people and history of September 11th inside the St. Nicholas Greek Orthodox Church and Shrine. Today, it stands in the shadow of One World Trade Center. 24 years ago, the collapse of the Twin Towers reduced it to rubble.
This area is so beautiful now.
It is. And Thula Katsimatidis helped lead the mission to rebuild it. Her brother John worshipped at St. Nicholas and worked in the World Trade Center. On 9/11, he was trapped on the 104th floor of the North Tower and died at age 31.
I knew that John's spirit would be here.
The gleaming marble in the new house of worship comes from the quarry that supplied stone for the Parthenon. The sacred images were hand-painted by a Mount Athos monk. Icons are central to Greek Orthodox faith, serving as a bridge to the divine.
It's just right over my head.
And they always tell stories.
The reason that is my favorite icon is because I feel like St. Nicholas has taken care of all the 9/11 victims, that somehow in that tragedy that St. Nicholas was there to lift them up and take them to heaven.
A spiritual space that's uniquely Greek, but speaks to people of all faiths.
It's for the entire city. For the entire city, for the entire world.
Finding hope and healing in a church at the heart of Ground Zero. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
We'll be back in a moment. Sometimes parenting can be hard. What should I be doing? The Guam Early Learning Council includes partners who can provide you with early childhood services and supports. We are here to assist. For resources and information, simply call 311 Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., excluding holidays. Early connection can change everything.
I thought you worked in his house.
Oh, I'm wherever he needs to fuel up. Oh, Cantina chicken burrito.
Thanks, Todd.
That's the way to do it.
You know what? Let me actually get something to wash that down with, please.
Yeah, I got you.
Easy. Appreciate it.
You've made a powerful enemy, Todd.
I didn't mean.
Welcome back to Primetime. And of course, those in the mainland continue their reflections on September 11. And here at home, the conclusion of yesterday's ceremony at the Peace Memorial at Two Lovers Point, Jason chatted with Charlie Hermosa, a native of Queens, New York, and a former U.S. Marine. Charlie shared how his story of how he learned about the terrorist attacks the morning of September 11, 2001, and deployed to Afghanistan shortly thereafter. Here's his thoughts on how it shaped the modern patriotism, embracing Guam and his home, and the need for peace.
Hafide, everybody. I'm Jason Salas here with my good friend Charlie Hermosa at the 9/11 Memorial here at Two Lovers Point. Charlie, you know his work with Bella Wings Aviation here on Guam. He's an educator, he's an advocate, but more importantly, he's a serviceman serving in the United States Marine Corps. And Charlie, a native of Queens, New York, and you have a very special and I should say a deep connection to September 11, 2001.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And Jason, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to, to kind of talk about that, that faithful day. And actually, during that time, I was a young first lieutenant in the Marine Corps. When 9/11 happened, I am from Queens, New York. And when 9/11 happened, one of the things that, everybody jumped up, saw what was going on. I tried to reach back to my family back in New York, could not get a hold of them. And then everything just kind of came about as far as what was happening in New York City. From that point on, as everybody knows, the world changed. And one of the things for me was I actually deployed within the next 2 weeks. We deployed with 26th Marine Expeditionary Unit, or 26 MU, and we headed over to Afghanistan. So we were in the first phase of the war. In October 2001 is when we went into Afghanistan. So from that day, from 9/11 all the way to when we went to Afghanistan, a lot of emotions went through everybody's mind, but the patriotism that came about was really sort of telling. And when you come and put that here on Guam, and you hear about the stories of what happened and where you were on 9/11, it's really very emotional. I still, every time I think about it, every time I hear with the service, those who are veterans and those who served. And those who are on active duty, when you start talking with them, you still have that sense of pride, and I get very emotional when I think about that fateful day.
Charlie, as a native New Yorker, what did those events do to galvanize the spirit of the city? Especially with your own borough within Queens and everything, and then now, as you've made Guam your home, how do you actually pass that message on to your students, your coworkers, your fellow Rotarians, and people you just meet in everyday island life? Yeah, no, I think and you kind of hit on that because one of the things that I try to promote, especially with my students, is the fact that we're all one, and we have to come together to be able to be one in one community, live together. In peace. But one of the things that I do teach to the students is the fact that we all need to live under one purpose, one mission. And if we come together, we'll be able to do some great things. Thank you for sharing. And Charlie Hermosa, now making Guam his home, sharing on this National Day of Remembrance, his thoughts and his perspective as we as Americans here on Guam continue to remember and keep the memories of those that we were affected and those we lost in 9/11 alive. So thank you, Charlie. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Jason. God bless you. Yeah.
Keep it here. You're watching KUAM.
Your search for unbeatable internet speeds is over. Visit Docomo Pacific today and sign up for as low as $60 a month so you can experience our fast, reliable internet speeds for yourself. Docomo Pacific, better together. Your search for unbeatable internet speed is over. Visit Docomo Pacific today and sign up for as low as $60 a month so you can experience our fast, reliable internet speeds for yourself. Docomo Pacific, better together.
Hafide Guam, I'm Jason Salas. I'm here with Samantha Owen and a lot of cookies and a lot of shirts and a lot of love. And that is what the Girl Scouts of America does. And the Girl Scouts have been a very strong partner here on Guam for many, many years. So Sam, welcome to KUAM and thank you.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thanks for bringing the cookies.
Absolutely.
Wink, wink.
Yes. Actually, I was hoping you could try one today. Oh. We have a brand new cookie.
You don't have to tell me twice.
There's a lot we're celebrating. So on Tuesday nationally, Girl Scouts dropped our brand new cookie, the Explore More. So we're super excited about that. It is a Rocky Road inspired cookie. It's a sandwich cookie with chocolate cream. This one's open, actually.
Okay.
Oh, you're good.
Okay, yeah.
So, yeah.
At the expense of
Try one. Let us know what you think. Like I said, chocolate sandwich cookies, hints of marshmallow, toasted almond. I've heard very good things. I really like them. We'll actually be sampling these cookies at our fun run this weekend.
Okay,
so that
and I love Rocky Road.
Uh-huh.
And I love making a mess, so I'm in. Okay. So I just tried the cookie part, Samantha.
Yeah.
Very chocolatey.
Yeah.
Very nutty.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and there's the marshmallow.
You got it?
Yes.
Uh-huh. And then I feel like the toasted
Can you
almond
just do the
comes
rest
later.
of the interview yourself, and I'll just like do it? Oh.
Sure, no problem. I got this. But yeah, we're super excited for our new cookie, the Explore Mores. They just dropped nationally this past Tuesday. So,
and a delayed reaction,
right?
Samantha, because
I'm telling you,
the marshmallow kicks in twice.
Yeah, and the almond. You'll get that as toasted almond flavor as well.
Okay,
That
if you
comes in.
love Rocky Road ice cream, get a bunch of boxes of these Explore Mores because these are amazing. And the one thing, Sam, that I really love about Girl Scout cookies is they're always health conscious.
Yeah.
They're not like a kajillion calories.
Right.
Yeah.
And we've got lots of different options. So we have a gluten-free option, we have a vegan option, we have different kinds of cookies for different, tastes and palates and stuff like that. So we're super excited for this new cookie, though. It will be part of our lineup in our next cookie season. So cookies will be on island in January, and it will be a cookie that people can pre-order and get at our cookie booths.
Okay, and
Yeah.
we of course know that it is a time-honored tradition through generations that the Girl Scouts, they earn their badges and they do great community service work. They're also very, very good salespeople.
Yes.
And you see them all over the place.
Yes. I think it's super fun how we'll have girls that are very shy starting in the cookie season, and by the end of the cookie season, they are amazing salespeople. They're out there saying, hey, Girl Scout cookies. They know how much they cost. They know which one's their favorite. They know how to upsell. Hey, you've bought 3. If you buy 4, it's $20. So they're great salespeople by
And
the
if
end
I
of the
could share
cookie
an
season.
interesting story?
Yes.
My mom, when she was a Girl Scout in Waterbury, Connecticut, when she was a young girl, was the #1 cookie seller one year.
Wow, there you go.
Shout out to Mom.
There you go. Congratulations. Yes.
So I have a very, very deeply vested interest in cookie sales, but because they're delicious, okay, I've always been like a lemonade guy myself. Or shortbread. Everybody goes for Thin Mint, so I was like, hey, more lemonades for me, right? I think the Explore Mores have stolen my heart.
Wow,
These
there
are
you
really,
go.
really good. But more importantly, like what they represent is the values of the Girl Scouts, the traditions, the virtues that you teach young women to be wonderful stewards of our community.
Yeah, and then the great thing is that the funds that they raise from the program all stay local, right? So they're all used to help fund our council programming, but of course the girls get a portion as well that helps fund their troop activities. And so many of our girls actually give back to the community. So they'll use it to pay for new vests, they'll use it to pay for their membership, but they'll also use it for experiences. In fact, my daughter today is going to Rock and Rail Ranch for the horseback riding badge for her troop.
Excellent.
So she is actually tomorrow. Sorry, she's doing that tomorrow.
And actually, if you don't mind just looking over there, yeah.
They are delicious.
May I have another one?
Yes, of
I
course.
have to ask.
Yes, you can have the whole sleeve. That is yours.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. So, but yeah, my daughter's troop is using their troop funds to go earn their horseback riding badge. And a lot of troops also, as part of their consideration, what do we do with our troop cookie funds, is how do we give back? So our girls will go shopping at Kmart to purchase items for a donation drive for like Be Heartfelt or Harvest House. Our girls will donate towards surgeries at SNP. So there's all kinds of ways that our girls are looking around at their community and thinking, how can we use this to give back? So it's really this cycle of you buy Girl Scout cookies, you support our girls, you empower them to give back to their community. It really is such a cool experience.
And I don't know if you caught that, but I actually literally ate that one cookie like in one bite. It's like sushi.
Yes.
To me.
Yes, they are so good. And I'm so glad you like them. So like I said, we will be sampling these cookies this weekend at our Tough Cookie Fun Run. So we've got that coming up. We'll be taking registrations today at our office.
I've been mentioning this, and I've been telling people about the Adventureful cookies.
Yes.
Which are right here.
And they're delicious. So the Adventureful cookies are a brownie inspired. They have a dab of caramel at the top, and they've got chocolate drizzle. They're delicious. I really like them. Honestly, I've been doing Girl Scout cookies for so long that I go through different favorites each season. And last season, Adventurefuls was my hands down favorite. I enjoyed those so much. The other thing that's exciting about our run this weekend is we'll be featuring our Toastier cookies. Now, Toastier, we said the last cookie season, the tagline was Toastier is going away, goodbye sweet friend. Because Toastier has been retired, but we still have some cookies on island. And we want to make those available to our Toastier fans and friends who would like to get more. So if you come out to
So these are vintage.
Yeah, well, okay, so they're from the last cookie season, that is correct.
No, let's not say vintage. No, they're classic.
But they are the last Toast J's that you will be able to get your hands on at this point, because the baker's not making anymore.
Okay.
So we will have.
So when you eat them, keep the wrapper and like keep that in plastic.
Save it. Yeah, there you go. I recommend buy a case of these at our event. Put them in the freezer and have them last as long as you can, so you can enjoy Toast J goodness for as long as possible. But we will have additional cookies of Adventurefuls and Toast J's for available at our run, and the Explore Mores are going to be samples, so everybody can try one at the.
Stay tuned for more on Primetime. You're watching KUAM.
Honey, do you want some milk?
Do you ever wonder how your favorite products make their way into your local stores? Most arrive on state-of-the-art Matson vessels that transport containers of food, household items, equipment, and supplies into the islands every week. Because we know that you depend on us, we work closely with our partners to ensure that our shipments arrive on time, all the time, so you can find your favorite products when you need them. We transport the region's most precious cargo that supports successful businesses and promotes a better quality of life for our families. Matson is proud to have been the hometown shipping carrier for Guam, the CNMI, and Micronesia for the past 25 years, and you can count on us to be here for generations to come.
The new Crafted Flats from Pizza Hut. 5 handcrafted recipes with more toppings, all for you. There's no reason not to get one or try all 5. New Crafted Flats are just $5 each till 5 p.m. and available till close. Only from Pizza Hut.
If the Father Duenas Friars keep up their dominant sports performance this year, they're going to need another Phoenix Center just to hold all their trophies. FD won an amazing 8 interscholastic titles last year, and this season, the Friars are continuing to add to their history and legacy as football and wrestling each chase what could be those sports' 10th straight championships. In addition, volleyball could win it all for the 8th straight season, and rugby is looking for 6 in a row. And in basketball, this year's seniors attempt to conclude their careers never not having lost the island-wide title. And there's equally strong traditions to uphold in baseball, golf, tennis, and soccer too. Let's now hear from Athletic Director and proud 94 alum Joshua Paulino on what makes the FD sports machine tick and the pride and brotherhood all Friars carry with them every day of their lives. Okay, Josh, my dad is FD class of 65. I know you really, really love your school. As a fan of Guam sports, I can't remember ever a time when one school was this dominant and that had this many championships and everything like that. This is unprecedented in Guam history.
Yeah, I mean, it's something we're very proud of. We're very proud of our athletics programs, but we do stress to the boys that first and foremost, academics come first. So, I mean, really, our success in sports is really a bonus to that. So we're very proud and happy about that.
And all the coaches here at FD that I ever talk to, they all say, okay, technically the boys have the easy part. They just have to go out and play and do what we tell them to do. It's the parents, it's the faculty, it's the administration, it's this massive support network and everything like that that gives these kids, these young men, the opportunity to be great.
Yeah, which is very true. I work closely with the parents, with the coaches and the parents in a lot of the sports, and really it is the success of our programs. A big contribution is from the parents. The support we get, it's unmatched, and I couldn't ask for a better bunch of parents. I like to tease that, it's like a well-oiled machine. Everybody, when we have new people come in, everybody just know, what to do and what we expect.
Now, it'd be really easy for every successive class to just graduate and say okay, that was us, good luck and everything. But you see Friars come back and give back and and coach and lend their support and come back and scrimmage with the boys and everything like that. So how important is it that the alumni really still have a presence here?
Yeah, it's very important. I mean, here we like to stress the brotherhood, and when a lot of our coaches are alumni, we see, just out on the football field, we have a lot of boys who graduated from 2025 and earlier coming out just to help, encourage and coach the current boys who are going through the same process that they have gone through over the years.
Can you rattle, so since we're in a place of education, here's a pop quiz for you, Mr. Paulino. Can you rattle off the top of your head, just from memory, all the different championships that you'll be chasing this school year?
Oh, well, I like to say we're chasing every sport that we participate in. So that's the goal, is to win a championship in every sport.
Win one championship,
you're celebrated. Win twice, they call you a hero. 3 times, they say words like legend and dynasty. 4, 5, 6 titles, they'll say enough is enough. But when you've won it all 7 times, what's left to say? The trophy speaks for itself. Introducing the full lineup of Ram trucks. Ram, 7-time winner of Motor Trend's Truck of the Year.
What he doesn't know is he's stepping on my foot right now.
I'm so sorry. I know. I feel you. Wait.
Foodie Call is served fresh, presented by Pepsi.
How's the day, guys? Welcome back to another edition of Foodie Call. I'm Shaylee.
And I'm Curtis, and today we are at Eggs and Things in Tumon.
Today we're going to be trying their Eggs Benedict, their Tomorrow Loco Moco, and their special French toast.
So excited.
So the Eggs Benedict is eggs, home-style muffins, hollandaise sauce, paprika, and fried cubed potatoes.
Right. I mean, there's one for each of us, so
Yes.
I'll just take one.
Here you go. Oh yeah. I want to see if it has a break.
Oh, look at that. Very runny egg yolk. That's what we like to see. You ready?
Okay.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, that's really good. I love the taste of the ham. It has a sweetness to it.
The ham is great. It pairs perfectly with the egg. The hollandaise sauce tastes so good. We gotta try it with the potatoes. We gotta try it with the potatoes.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Fresh.
Crispy outside, soft inside. It is awesome. This is so good.
It's very good though. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10 for sure.
Let's take one more bite.
Let me get one more. I'm gonna add it with the potato.
Ah.
Cheers, guys.
I need better knife skills.
All right, now we're going to be moving on to the Tomorrow Loco Moco, but before that, let's have a Pepsi break.
Because eggs is always better with Pepsi.
Cheers. Perfect.
The Loco Moco has the beef patty, rice, mushrooms, onions, eggs, and spicy white gravy.
Ooh, spicy white gravy.
All right.
All right, let's give it a try. Let me just get one of everything.
The thing about Loco Moco is you have to get everything in there.
Exactly. Okay, ready?
Right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Mmm.
Wow.
That's delicious.
Not gonna lie, I'm kind of speechless with how good this is.
Yeah.
Everything blends together so perfectly. Of course, it's not a Loco Moco without the gravy, and it tastes so good.
But I like how the gravy has a kick to it.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a kick to the gravy, a bunch of flavors that are just hitting you right now.
Yeah.
It tastes so good.
Like I'm eating it all. I have no words, I'm just eating it all.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish this.
All right, now we're gonna move on to the French toast. This looks awesome. And their whipped cream, they apparently have the best whipped cream on the island. And it's dairy-free.
Dairy-free.
Which is very interesting.
It's perfect.
So this French toast, it's French toast with whipped cream, strawberries, bananas, and macadamia nuts. All right. Wow, look at this. Oh, and before we start eating it, they have 3 different flavors of syrups. Maple, or the traditional, guava, and coconut. Which one do you want to try?
I'm gonna go with the
I'm gonna go with simple maple, because I'm a simple gal.
The coconut is personally my favorite one here.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, that looks so good.
I like a lot of syrup. Yay. Cheers, Kurt.
Cheers.
You can never go wrong with a French toast. It's very cinnamony.
Very cinnamony.
Sometimes you can mess up a French toast without like a lot of cinnamon. This is perfect.
This tastes so good. This is a win. This is super delicious. And the whipped cream tastes so good. And it's homemade.
It is homemade. And because it's dairy-free, it tastes a lot lighter.
Wow, this is so good. I think I just found my go-to dessert when I come here. I devoured that. It's so good. And now another Pepsi break. nice starter, a nice entree, dessert, and some Pepsi. Add eggs and things. This is the perfect meal right here. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Foodie Call. A big thank you to Pepsi for sponsoring this video and to Eggs and Things for taking care of us.
You can catch them here in Tumon. They're open from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. daily. All right, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Foodie Call is served fresh, presented by Pepsi.
And make sure you keep it locked to KUAM because the September episode of One Micronesia with Victoria's Falon premieres tonight with some sights, sounds, and good people doing great things, including the Palauan Association of Guam and artist Jordan Paradise. Here's a sneak peek.
The story of Palauans on Guam began shortly after World War II, when the first Palauans were contracted by the U.S. military to assist with cleanup efforts. Soon after, their families followed, many to continue their interrupted educations or to seek new opportunities. Migration grew even more in the late 60s as the U.S. federal funding in the Trust Territory of the Pacific Islands expanded, opening doors for Palauans to travel to Guam for both education and employment. Today, the Palauan Association of Guam carries that legacy forward, playing a key role in cultural events across the island, keeping traditions alive and strengthening connections with our community here on Guam. For member Tweed Mrespa, participating in these events is about more than just showing up. It's about representing the people, the culture, and the rich heritage of Palau while building stronger ties with Guam along the way.
The Palau Community Association of Guam is very supportive in being part of the Guam Liberation Parade. One is we absolutely love partaking in the event. It's fun, it's beautiful. Who doesn't want to partake in the liberation events? So this year we wanted to put a float together, and all the folks in the community came together and organized. We had many folks from different associations, which are state clubs. They came together and built the float. That day when we brought the float to the parade, and we started moving at 6 in the morning. Actually, it was like 8 in the morning, but we got there 4 in the morning. We didn't start moving until, I think, 8. And we were one of the first ones to finish. But we got to the stage. We were able to present the gifts to the governor. It was a spear as well as a boat paddle, because we had a canoe on the float. And we were able to present it to the governor. And she was just absolutely excited that we had something to present to her. It wasn't until, I think, a day or 2 days later, we found out that we were on first place. And so the whole community was very excited. And so with that, we were able to host, again, we came together, we met, and we organized to put together an appreciation lunch and dinner for everybody that was involved in putting the float together. Many hands to make light work. And that's what the community did.
Over the years, the relationship between Guam and Palau has only grown deeper. Through shared history, culture exchange, and everyday life, the two communities continue to support each other and move forward together.
I think the relationship between Guam and Palau is a reflection of the connections that we have with many other islanders here in Oceania. Our culture is just about the same, and we share so much in similarities. And so those alone helps create that bridge in keeping us connected and building that relationship to become a lot more stronger.
And One Micronesia premieres tonight on the stations of KUAM. And for more, head over to KUAM News on Instagram.
Now for a look at your world at home. Here's a view of the shores by Elick Bridge.
Guam's auto appearance specialist, Elegant Reflections, has been providing the automotive industry with professional detailing and car care products at its highest quality, from complete detailing, full interior detailing, exterior detailing, headlamp restoration, hand washing, seat and carpet shampoo, engine degreasing, undercarriage cleaning, paint sealant, fabric protection, paint oxidation removal, and so much more. Visit us at our new location. Call 646-5555 for an appointment. Elegant Reflections, Guam's auto appearance specialist, over 20 years of experience.
News Bites is brought to you by Docomo Pacific Better Together, Fresco Clothing, original custom design apparel of Guam and the Marianas, and the Guam Army National Guard. Live here, serve here.
You know what? Okay, yeah. Hi, guys. Okay, something to admit. I gotta admit, look at how nice this shirt looks, right? When I first saw people like around our community wearing, you know, the oversized, thick t-shirt, I wasn't really on board. But I gotta admit, Fresco, my buddies down there, the expert in design, they have made a convert out of me because this thing looks good. It feels exceptional. All right, I wore this to the Labor Day picnic and it was great. It breathes really, really well. Great in air-conditioned environments and everything. And it just dropped too. So you get the Pacific Islander, you get the really nice logo on the back. See, product promotion for Fresco. The best in the business, man. I love these guys. So thank you, Fresco, for designing these incredible shirts. And I got to go pick up some like oversized thick shirts too, because these are incredible. All right, you know what you got to do is there are amazing community events coming up, and we really implore you, please make sure to get involved with the LifeWorks Guam Candlelight Memorial Service. This is the 21st time our island community has been putting this on. Very, very critical. The Most Reverend Ryan Jimenez will be presenting the opening prayer, and this is such an important thing to do, especially during this month in our community. So please make sure to get involved with that. You can find the poster on our website at KUAM.com. All right, the Zombie Run is coming up, everybody, and this is on October the 11th. We've been telling you guys it's over at the Leo Palace, so this is a great course. And make sure to get involved because it is a 2K and 5K, and it's in the afternoon. So you get the Leo Palace, you get the beautiful part of Jonya / Menengan / Central / is that still Chalampago? Okay, one of you guys is gonna message me and let me know, but we have face painting, we have a haunted house, we have free cotton candy, we have free popcorn, we have amazing ways to help our community because my friends over at the Children's Ark, that's Liz and Gina and their team over there at Remax, and it's, you know, it's Francis and it's May and it's everybody down there. Shout out to all you guys in the Children's Ark because they are using the proceeds from this amazing event to help Guam's less fortunate children, and they are going to be rock stars in our community. All right, and the coastal cleanup is coming up. You know, there's a reason why I keep telling you about this, and you know what? Wear your oversized thick t-shirt to go and clean up our community because we love Guam and we want to make sure that our island looks pristine and is beautiful for all of us. All right, for us locals, for the military, for the tourists, we can all enjoy paradise and this incredible gift that we have been given of our environment. So let's get out on the 20th. Let's bring supplies and let's make sure that we keep our beaches, our jungles, our roadways, our parks, the grass, the trees, everything. Let's keep it super, super beautiful because you know why? All that social media content that each and every one of us posts in your story, on your feed, on your timeline, whatever like that, it looks really, really good when Guam is clean. That's the truth. So make sure to get out there and we will see you at the International Coastal Cleanup. And you know, bring your phone too, because you can do it before and after. Show how amazingly beautiful Guam is, and it's because of you that our island can be really, really good. All right, birthday time on this Friday. Let's see whose birthday was today.
It's the end of the week, you guys, and man, it has been hot this weekend. You know what? Speaking of hot, we got the Doni Festival this weekend, so we also hope it's a happy birthday to Javen and Curtis George. And your shout out says, I would like to do a birthday shout out for my son, 12th, and a birthday shout out to my husband, Curtis, who will turn 33 on September 12th. That is awesome. And my two kids would love to wish them both a happy birthday, Javen and Curtis. Happy birthday to the George family. Man, we hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Kyvan Diaz Cruz, happy blessed birthday number 14 to our handsome grandson coming from the Diaz and Cruz families. Happy 14th. Happy 34th birthday to Francis Jose Cruz. He resides in Washington, and your family says, we hope you had a wonderful birthday up there in the Apple State. All right, hey, Nevaeh's from UW. She went to Washington. Love the Cruz clan back here at home on Guam. And happy birthday to one of our own, the man without whom the lights would shut off, all the technical stuff wouldn't happen and everything. And Jay Barcenas is the reason that we are technically sound. So Jay, Bar, happy birthday. We're going to celebrate, and we hope you have something amazing to eat. Jay also makes really, really good Kelaguen, you guys. So it's Jay's turn for someone to make something awesome for him. All right, here is this week's Birthday Club winner.
I don't know what I've been told.
I don't know what I've been told.
Someone here is getting old.
Someone here is getting old.
Your Cold Stone Creamery birthday cake winner
for this week goes to
Jordan Torres. Congratulations to you and your family, and we will be sending you a message to let you know when you can cruise by Cold Stone Creamery and tell them that you are this week's birthday winner. And please hook me up with my very, very special ice cream cake. We hope you enjoy, and we hope you share with your friends. Want to wish your special someone a happy birthday? Just click the QR code here on your screen or email birthdayclub@kuam.com.
Happy birthday to everyone celebrating out there, and happy birthday, Jay. I hope you had a great day. That's your primetime show. Thanks for watching. I'm Destiny Cruz-Lingus. Have a safe evening and stay beautiful.
The One Micronesia Show is brought to you by American Music, located in the Compadres Mall. Now carrying all of our major music brands only at Compadres Mall.
Ali, Moitin, Hafide Zan Tiro.